Hi, for this video, it's just going to be a quick thing. This is the beast. This is a 99 Suburban that I bought about 3 years ago for like 900 bucks. Runs pretty good, but I've had a little transmission issue. The dreaded code P1870, which is the transmission. And been wanting to get it fixed, been kind of lazy. But I had to do a fluid exchange. So I had to drop the pan. I figured, okay, since I'm going to have the pan down, I'm also get the replacement TCC valve. That's the torque converter clutch valve, because the original designs are bad. There's a spring in it. I guess that goes weak. I'm not sure, but the quick fix-it valve is this, a solid piece of metal that slips in its place. You take the spring, the first piece off, a little cap, pop this other piece in, and it fixes it. And then I also added a transmission fluid cooler up into the front here. Now, a little bit about the valve first. I watched a few videos over the last couple of years, and they said there's a way to do it, you know, where you can like use a pair of pliers and pinch the pin, and it has this little retaining pin in it that you can get out. Well, both these videos never actually showed that, them taking it out, only after it was out. And the reason is because you got to lower your valve assembly, the inside the transmission. So after I had it all taken apart, the pan, the filter off, I actually had to lower the valve assembly about a ½ inch on the front side where this pin's at. And I just took a bunch of bolts out on that side, left them on the back side, and just kind of cranked them out slowly to a drop down, just enough for me to do it. And then I was able to do it without too much of a problem. They are hard to get in, and I knew that from the videos. They say they can be a pain to get them back in place. But did a fluid change, and then added the the cooler here. I'm going to do a little video, show you how close as that. I'm not sure how well you can see it, but there's a cooler in there. I just kind of attached it to the AC cooler part. And then they don't recommend this, but since it's an old vehicle, and I just actually cut the top. This is where the AC, well, the transmission cooler fluid lines comes in at the bottom down there, and then comes out this way. You can buy the stuff that actually just saves the valve, but I wasn't that worried about it. It's a piece of junk. So I just cut the line, added this. This is the outflow. So I flushed it some first, added a line, goes out to the cooler, goes through the cooler, comes back, and this goes back into the return line, back into the transmission. Now, I did this about a week ago, actually a week today, and so far it's been running great. Yeah, even I noticed that when I'm traveling on the interstate to come out here, and I was out Sunday night too, did about a 90-mile run on Sunday night. But when I'm traveling, I usually travel about 70 miles an hour, even though the speed limit's 80 out here. It already gets bad enough gas mileage. So I keep it about 70. That my RPMs used to run about 2,300 RPM. Now it's running about 2,000, maybe up to 2,100 RPM, somewhere in that range. So it definitely does seem like it solved a problem. So if you ever do need to fix that on these Chevys, just be advised, the 2 videos I watched does not mention that you have to lower that valve body. So if you're not really comfortable with doing that, because trust me, I wasn't very comfortable with doing that either. I've never done that kind of work on a transmission before outside of changing fluid in a filter. But it did end up working out okay. With everything, it took probably about 5 hours, and I did have my brothers helping me, but we were kind of going slow and, you know, taking time and letting the tranny drip out while we were cleaning the pan up. And the pan looked pretty decent. Little bit of the shavings that turns into that gooey stuff that was on the magnet, not much at all. So actually everything looked pretty good. But now it seems to be running really good too, so I'm very happy. I'll put updates if something goes wrong, but I'm not thinking it's going to. All right, thanks for watching.